My dear Dr. Sattler, welcome.
To the land of Oogy.
Now, the average Joe might just see this as a plastic soldier, but I see him as a brave, chivalrous, courageous, good guy soldier fighting for liberty, freedom, and justice in the wonderful land of Oogy. You also may see this guy as a gray soldier, but I see him as a little bad guy soldier who's trying to blow up everything and kill everything in my house. I mean, look at his little face. Look at him. Look at that little turd nugget. Gosh. And of course, when you have a good guy soldier and a bad guy soldier, they will most likely want to fight. Like that. Pretty simple. It is now time to look at everyone's favorite part. Focus! Focus. Okay, here we go. The fine print. Now, let's start off with the structure of each side. Now, believe it or not, this green soldier and this gray soldier in my universe are both bad guys. Now, to explain this, the bad guys have two corps. The Bush Corps, which is this guy right here, who specialize in outdoor combat only. Now, this here feller in the gray uniform is part of the Home Corps. They specialize in indoor combat only. In your house, in your basement, anything inside. Now these here good guys are so well trained, they don't even need to be split up into two corps. They can fight any who, any what, anywhere. But you said...
I painted all of the good guys in my movie olive colored. Oh, there's olive dude, there's gray dude. I hope you can tell the difference from these.
Yes, I did have the good guys painted as olive drab at one point in time. And I had them fighting out there in the woods in episode 16 of the house campaign. And it was really hard to tell their color. That was a factor of me changing it back to 10. And the biggest one, look at this, you can actually still see the paint. Oh, I'm trying to get it taken. Alright, there we go. See all the paint's just cracking right off. Luckily, these guys were originally tan, but you can see the olive drab right there. So, I had to repaint them all because the olive drab paint was cracking right off. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I tried to get it off of these guys, but there were just too many little tiny cracks. And I already painted like more than 200 of these guys. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna repaint them tan. So yep, that's kind of what happened. So if you see any guys in my movie that look like this, with like part of it like a darker tan and then a lighter tan, you'll know that of my silly mistake I made. And now, to what types of vehicles and equipment each side has. I think in probably 3 videos before this I've said that the bad guys have the German tanks and the good guys have the American tanks. Because of me using these World War II vehicles, it's caused a lot of controversy, and people say, or because of me specifically labeling the German tanks as bad guy tanks, people sometimes get a little mad and they go,
There are no bad guys in war.
Now, I'm not going to say that isn't true. It is true in real life. And in Michael Ackerman's Plastic Apocalypse universe. But in my universe, I like to take a more general look over things. Like a lot of people say, not all the Germans were Nazis. Well, some were, and it happened to be that these tanks were used by some Nazis. And if you think about it, if the whole world was taken over by the Germans, you say that aren't really bad guys, what do you think kind of environment we'd be living in right now? You think we'd be free? You think we could shoot guns? We could have all these cool stuff and everything? Yeah, okay. So I'm just making these the bad guy tanks. It's the overall look of Nazis and stuff. These are good guy tanks. The Americans who saved the day, yay! Oh yeah, I also have the Russians, because they were part of the Allies back then. But I'm not saying they were super good people. They just helped kill Nazis at least. Because Gulag, Stalin, all that stuff, yeah. I'm sure you're asking me right there, sitting with your little chubby fingers about to type a comment. Why did the bad guys use the American plastic Gunman tank if they only use German tanks? Well, you little stinky commenter, well, the bad guys, in my universe, they actually found the blueprints for these things, and they liked them so much, they found them so effective, that they started making them for themselves. Equipment-wise, it's pretty simple. Everybody, even the bad guys and the good guys, basically use the same crap. They use the same cannons, they use the same sandbags, same barbed wire, same missiles, all that stuff. It's mostly just the vehicles I like to segregate. Yeah. Same goes for these. They're just kind of like howitzer knockoffs. So I just put them on both sides. Yeah. And now time for some small trivial details and fun facts. First one is, I have terrible handwriting. So I've noticed people saying, if you have 10 as the good guys, you're disobeying your childhood. Or just random people saying, the green are the good guys and the 10 are the bad guys. Well, the 10 actually are the good guys in my childhood. I'm not joking you. When my first set, as you see in this here picture in the back, I had olive drab guys, but I didn't know what that color was at the time, so I just identified them as tan. Also, my dad put the the USA stickers on the tan tanks, so I thought, hey, USA is where's where I live, so that's a good guys. So yeah, I made the tan the good guys, and the other gray soldiers were the bad guys. Another factor was that the olive drab guys that I thought were tan, they had United States Marines uniforms on. As you can see these pictures, they got the helmets, and they also have the M4 carbines and all that. So and they had the American flag. So yeah, I hope you can understand now why I have the tans as the good guys. Yay! I made up the name Oogy in 5th grade while writing a story for bell working class, and it probably should have stayed there. My parents and I have bought every single item from eBay. Surprisingly, I have bought nothing from a store. Wait, there's one bag of ramen that we bought from a store one time. That was only one time. Everything else I had to get on eBay. There's no good hobby stores around here. The only good one closed like 4 years ago, and I was too young to be even interested to go there. I used to have double the amount of these Lincoln Logs, but the basement flooded and they got all moldy, so I had to throw them away. But luckily, I got some nice new ones to build some nice new forts. You also may have noticed that I changed the farm war and the house war to the farm campaign and the house campaign. Now there's a very good reason for that. So eventually I started making my stories, and these are supposed to be happening in the same universe. The farm campaign and the house campaign are happening in the same universe. And I thought to myself, how can there be two wars going on at the same time if there's supposed to be only one war? And then my brain exploded, and then I reassembled it, and I put it back together, and I made it so that there was just one big war going on in the land of Oogy, and these two series are going on in different locations.
What is alive and what is inanimate?
Basically, the rule is anything with a face, any toy, any human, well, yeah, is alive. Like this little dude right here.
This little kung fu man, he's alive, he's alive.
I'm gonna put him in the film somewhere. You're gonna be in a movie, man. You're gonna be a movie star. And all the Legos are alive. And everything with the, or not everything with a face. So like you also may be wondering, what in the Jiminy Crickets is this? Well, it is a little tiny little dude made out of wax from a cheese that is actually coated in wax, and you can peel it off and mold it into anything you want. And I started making them into little dudes, and I said,
Hey, this looks cool. Why don't I put it in the movie?
so I did. Okay. So, yeah, these guys are in the movie too. For all I care, Winnie the Pooh can be in the movie. Yeah. One more thing about the physics, and I'll give you guys an update on my collection. I put this in a video before, but I didn't really explain it that well. I'll explain it again. So, the good guys, these are all good guys, even though this guy's green, this guy's green, I guess, this guy's black. They're actually all kind of like heroes or exceptions to the good guy army. These guys are kind of in charge. Like this is Commander Win, this is Ian. He's just kind of like a random guerrilla fighter. He just falls from the ceiling every now and then. And here is Harris. Here is Captain Connor. Here's First Lieutenant Trevor. There's First Lieutenant Cooper. This is Captain Jack. And Harris is a captain, I think. Yeah, Harris is captain. And this guy is going to be introduced in the House Campaign episode 18 outside. You'll see him eventually. So yeah, that's kind of the exception I have. The really original characters, there's no other guys really like them. That's why I have them as the like lieutenants and stuff, so that you'll know that they are good guys. Yeah. And now the collection update. Before Christmas, I was trying to buy some army men, and the only way to get the type that I wanted was to get like a big pack with an M48 patent in it, and I ended up getting
1, 2 seconds, 3, 4, 5.
What are you doing?
6, 7.
Why aren't you trying to go get something?
9,
and not to mention the ones that I already had.
10.
What is he
11,
doing?
12.
You'll never get
13,
anything this way.
14.
In total, I have 14 M48 patents, which is kind of ridiculous. But, hey, it's cool. I got the army men I was looking for. And, also, the Boley M60 tank, which looks, I must say, very nice.
To show you
How addicted I am to Army Men. I doubled my Army Men collection. Gosh. If you thought this was a bit much, You're gonna have to see the farm campaign collection. Forget how hard teleporting is. Well, since the last farm campaign episode, a lot has changed in the collection over here. Let's start with the good guy stuff. So I got this with the little tiny dude in the top, and then this, which I have not finished yet. It's a 135 scale tank. It's a T-29. Yeah, it's American, so it's on the good guys. He's never using combat. I'm just using it because, yeah, it's American. My father actually purchased 2 of them on accident for me, so I got 2. This one is commanded by Headless Harry. The IS-3, which is a Russian. So this is a good day tank. That's all for the new tanks, but I also got these 2 new artillery pieces. I have these on the good guy side because these are genuinely based off of real guns, the Long Tom, and they also conveniently fit the 22 LR round in the breech, which makes for some good props. I still have the 2 Pershings, but I repainted them and make them look more metallic, you could say. Still have all the Shermans, and I also repainted the Russian tanks, the KV-2s. The infantry has grown a little bit since last time, not very much, though. These are the guys right here that I'm using in the farm campaign episode 4. I had to bring them inside because, oh wait, no, I'm not using this one. I'm using these guys. And I had to bring them inside because it was raining and I had to leave. I got these little fireworks that look like little tiny sticks of dynamite. Isn't that cool? But don't worry, everything can be A-okay. Not very much has been added to the bad guy collection. There's still the 2 tigers. Well, that's my toe. The panther. These are also the bad guys that I'm using in the farm campaign episode 4. Had to bring them inside, just like the other guys. The other panthers. The elephant. This is a German Flak 88. There's the crew for it. Also got a little motorcycle dude. This is a German weapon, so it's on the bad guys. You know the rules. Still have basically the same amount of bad guy infantry. Got a few more, not that much. There is one more bad guy tank that I'm not going to reveal to you guys. And it is going to remain a secret for quite a while.
But I will give you one hint. This tank is a really big tank. Remember, if you guys have any questions at all, no matter how personal, I will answer them. And also thank you guys for watching all my absolutely crazy and silly videos. And thanks for tuning in to the Megamations channel. This is Win, signing off.